All right, so wanted to do a quick video on how to quote and cite from a play because that is different from how you would cite a source that is a book or a short story or an article. So this is a little different. It's a pretty easy switch, but I did want to cover it. So let's get started. So just to point out something that hopefully should not be a problem. The goal when we are quoting a play is to only quote the actual play, not the translated version. So I know some versions it has the real text that is written in a writing that is a little harder to understand because it's older. But we want to make sure that that is what we're quoting. You can explain what it means after the fact, but you want to quote the actual play itself, not a translated version. So, when we are quoting, the goal should be to give some context before the quote itself, and then a citation afterwards. The context should be helping us inform our readers more about what's going on in the quote, okay? If you do not do that, it's called a plopped quote, and really it's very hard for your reader to understand what is going on in a plopped quote because they don't have any context. They don't know what's going on. So, before a quote, explain what's going on in the scene, who's talking, who's being spoken to, what the characters are doing as the quote is being said. Anything that you can give to help give more info about the scene and what is being said is going to be helpful to your reader. So you just need to provide some information before you give that quote, okay? You should do that with any quote, not just a quote from a play. How to cite a quote from a play. So, typically, you're going to have your parentheses, which we see here, and then for a novel, short story, you are going to be having the author's last name, a space, and then the page number, and then a period at the end. This is pretty similar with just a slight difference, okay? So we are looking for the author's last name here. In this case, it would be Shakespeare. And then we have the act, a period, the scene, a period, and then the line. Okay, so the act is the biggest thing, the biggest chunk. A scene, there are many scenes in an act, and then there are many lines within a scene. Okay, so those are the three things that we want after our author's last name, and then of course a period at the end to connect that citation with the quotes. Okay, so the general format is down here: author's last name, act, period, scene, period, line, and then a period after the parentheses. Notice you're not actually typing act 2, scene 4, line 35. Your numbers are replacing these words in this format. So, acts and scenes are typically written in Roman numerals. You want to make sure that you are translating these Roman numerals into regular numbers, okay? So here's a list 1 through 10. You're going to see a mixture of I, V, and X, okay? You're going to want to translate those into regular numbers for your citation. Acts are written in capital Roman numerals, so we see that here. And then scenes are written in lowercase Roman numerals, which is seen here. So just a little cheat sheet. If you are seeing a Roman numeral as far as a play goes, if it's uppercase, capital, it's an act. If it's lowercase, it is a scene. So let's try a couple out. You can just pause the video and you can think of it in your head, or you can choose to write it down, whatever works best for you. Take as long as you need. But basically, I'm going to give you some info, and you need to create a citation based off this info. So the title of the work is Taming of the Shrew. Author, William Shakespeare. Act, V, so you would need to have that translated. Line, 63, and scene, I. Okay? So pause this video, figure it out on your own, and then play it to see the answer, to check yourself. All right, let's give it a try. So the answer for this would be Shakespeare, our author's last name, Act 5, so that is translated from the Roman numeral V, period, 3, translated from the scene I, period, and then line 63. Remember, we have that period at the end of our citation as well. So we got to have those translated. We do not include the title. We do not include the author's first name. And we do not include any words over here. It's just the numbers, no Roman numerals, no names. So let's try two more really quick. Same idea. You're getting this info for two different quotes. You're just creating a citation based off the info that you have. Some of it is not needed. So go ahead and pause this video to either write down or think of the citations for these play quotations. All right, let's take another look. So for the first example, it would be Shakespeare, Act 4, period, line 6, period, scene 6, period, lines 23 through 30. So you can quote multiple lines. That is how you do that. Just the first number, dash, and then the last number. The second example would be Shakespeare, Act 1, Scene 2, lines 13 through 15. Remember having that period after the citation once again. That shows that the citation is paired with the quote in front of it. Two more. These are the last two. Hopefully you're getting the hang of it by now. So go ahead and pause the video to do these on your own, and then play it to check your work. All right, let's see how we did. First example, Shakespeare, Act 3, Scene 4, line 87. We are translating those numbers. We are not using the title. We're only using the author's last name. The second question, or the second example, Shakespeare, Act 2, Scene 6, line 90. Okay, so you did it all yourself. Congratulations, good work. To wrap up, remember we're using context before a quote, as always, not just with a play, but anytime we would use a quote to help the reader understand what is going on, and they can get more info so they can more clearly understand what is happening. You're going to use a citation anytime you use a quote. Okay, so you need to give credit to your source of your quote, always. The citation format for a play is author last name, act, period, scene, period, line, and then a period after the end of the citation as well. We are translating Roman numerals to actual numbers. So for our acts and scenes, you need to make sure you are translating the Roman numerals that represent those to actual numbers. And finally, only quote the actual play, do not quote a translated version. So if you need any help, send your teacher an email. Otherwise, this should hopefully be just a little crash course in what you need to make that small adjustment to correctly cite a play. Thanks for watching.